Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Tea with Lily, the event series. And I am so excited because we have a fabulous guest. And as you know, my name is Lily Nadu-Mensah. I'm the host of this show, and this is one of the times when I know that I'm blessed to have people like Mr. Alex coming to join me on the magic sofa to talk all things about events and being a powerful a speaker with impact. So I'm really excited. But before we do that, Alex, how are you and welcome?
Wow, I'm fine. I was, the only thing I said today, I got up and I went outside and I thought, it feels really cold. I was moaning. And my friend said to me, what are you moaning about? It's September. Stop moaning.
Well,
so I have to stop moaning.
The weather has been a bit, unpredictable, but then come on, we're in the UK. What do we expect?
There you are. It feels a bit cold.
Yes, it was cold. I had several layers on. I shan't tell you how many. But I am still celebration World Afro Day, and therefore I've got my big afro on. And last time, when I did the video last week, my niece said to me, but auntie, it's not afro. I said, this is afro hair, and it was my short hair. So today I'm representing properly with one of my favorite wigs, which is about 5 years old and probably the one that I've kept the longest because I get bored, I get too hot, and I whip them off when I go out. So this is a lucky one. What else? Strictly is back on. I know. I love to dance, and I love everybody on Strictly. This year looks like they've got really good, really great people on there. And Rish, is it the guy on Channel 4 is on there as well? He seems like he's got some good moves, I've got eyes on him, and I think he thinks he can win as well. So I'm just watching him and thinking, oh my god,
he thinks he can win.
Sorry,
he thinks he can win, huh?
Well, the way he's sort of giving it all that, I'm like, oh hello, oh is it Guru Murphy? Yeah, that's his name. So yeah, I'm watching him. I hope he doesn't go out too, because I think he's actually got natural talent there. But then that means when Strictly comes on, we're getting close to Christmas. And I love Christmas. We're under 100 days to Christmas. If you're Jewish, there's Hanukkah coming on the 15th of December, and everything starts to sort of calm down a bit, and then you get your glad rags on and all the glitz and the glamour, and I'm here for that, right? so without further ado, Tea with Lily is a space for informal discussions with a really relaxed format where we discuss things over a cup of tea, and I get to speak to the great and the good, and people from all walks of life, guests from all walks of life come in and share their expertise for all of us professionals who want to grow in whether it's our professional or personal lives. So that's what Tea with Lily is. And today we're going to be talking about speaking with impact at events. Oh, even this is an event, and just going on for me, it's like, but I've got Alex. Alex is going to coach me today, so I'm fine. And my guest today is none other than Alex Gordon, the speaker's coach. So welcome to the Magic Sofa, Alex. What are you drinking today?
Well, I looked at my tea, which was English tea, and I left it all the way across.
Oh my God.
Got consumed, and then I didn't actually drink it. But yes, I made myself English tea. Yeah.
You made English tea. That's interesting. I try not to drink caffeinated drinks afternoon. So mine is just a bit of hot water and lemon, just to keep me warm and my throat, moisturized, or I don't know what the coaches call it, but something to keep my throat moisturized. Now, guys, whatever you're watching from, let me know where you're watching from, because Alex has how many thousand people across the world that you have? He was telling me, and I probably have just 2 friends. So just let us know where. Just let us know where you're calling from. Maybe just your town. Maybe town. So if it's London, if it's Miami, if it's New York, if it's Accra, it's in Lagos, Tripoli, wherever. And let's see where that's going to take us. So let us know where you're calling from.
Yeah, I did that once. I went on a TV show
Mm-hmm.
and said how I had this passion for reaching 1,000 people on this TV show.
Okay.
My friend contacted me after the TV show and said, "Do you realize that TV show reaches approximately 20 million people?"
20 million people. You're that famous, Alex.
And I thought, wow. He said, so my friend said to me, "You need to change your vision, man. Your vision's too small."
Your vision too small. Oh, hello. We've got a gentleman from Burnt Oak in London. We've got Isabella. Isabella, where are you calling from? Let us know where you're calling from. Just put your town. Maybe today's the day that we're going to Thornton Heath. Well, Mr. Kisay, welcome. Mr. Hamilton, welcome, and thanks for joining me. Isabella is in London. Great. We're gonna literally start asking the questions and let me go then. Once we've got everybody signed up and they've told us which town they're calling from, then I'll see what my geography is like. Because I don't think I passed my geography GPA. No, O levels. Oh dear. So if you're in business and you're in business, your professional career, and you really want to know, Leah is in Kent. Sleepy Quiet Kent. Welcome, Leah. And if you want to up your A game in the speaking world, stay to the end, because Mr. Alex, or Sir Alex, as I call him, is going to give us a wonderful giveaway. So, Alex, I'm going to read you by a few bits about you, so people get a feel for who you are. I haven't just grabbed you off the streets and brought you here to be here to come and talk about speaking.
Yeah, just read a small portion, yeah?
Yeah. Alex Gordon is a world-class speaking coach who helps aspiring speakers, coaches, and consultants become better communicators whilst he uses his system, the Confident Speaker Roadmap. Alex has been coaching speakers for over 10 years. He's helped hundreds of people to become more confident and effective. He believes that everyone has the potential to be a great speaker. As a dynamic and engaging speaker himself, he's known for his ability to connect with his audience on a personal level. He's a gifted teacher. Why are you laughing? He's a gifted teacher and has a knack for breaking down complex concepts into easy to digest forms. Here are some additional details. Would you believe this chap that's sitting here is a management consultant, management accountant, and has been for over 20 years. So he's not just a speaker. He knows money. He knows how to crunch the numbers. I love that. An all-rounder. And he's also an author of a couple of books for now, which is What is Your Dream? Alex, can I have a copy of that book, please? Can I win that? Please. I won that, and the Unforgettable Speaker Workbook and Guide, and he's working on the Confident Speakers Handbook. So let's get into speaking. Let's talk about the nerves before we get on stage. Is it normal? I mean, why is it there? Why does it sort of make us confident people who know what we're going to talk about? Why do the nerves come in? And is it?
Well, we have our body has a mechanism in place.
Okay.
And our subconscious mind does not know the difference between something that's not real and something that's real. But when the alarm bells goes off, the alarm bell says something's going to hurt us, something's going to harm us. And then suddenly there's a sensation. Yeah, there is a sensation.
Yeah.
And we're overcome with some sort of fear, some sort of anxiety, something that's going to protect us, and nerves just make you know that you're alive. You are alive. You're a breathing person. Yeah. Everyone has nerves. Some more than others. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it keeps you in check. That's what nerves does. It keeps you in check. Mine, I still get sweaty palms in my hands.
Yeah.
I'm shaking myself, going, oh my God, I'm going to speak. Yeah. Once I get on stage, I'm comfortable. I'm all right. Okay. But it's natural. It's just natural. It's a human element of being alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were dead, you wouldn't get nervous.
But is it a good thing though? Because I've heard some people say it can be good for us as well. So we should sort of learn to be friends with those nerves.
Learn to manage our nerves, learn to appreciate what's happening, because it's giving us, for me, it's giving us the edge. That nervous tension is giving me the edge. So when I go on stage, I get into my zone. If I haven't got the nervous edge, if I haven't got that tension, I will probably make assumptions. I'm too relaxed.
Yeah.
I won't perform. I won't be the person I'm meant to be. And so sometimes what I will do, I will earth myself. So I'll take my shoes off.
Can you tell us more what earthing is?
I'll take my shoes off.
Okay.
And use my toes to touch the ground. So
okay.
I'm earthing myself. I'm connecting to the earth. I'm connecting to the earth. I'm connecting to the ground. So my big toe is in the ground. All right. So I'm feeling it. So whatever nervous tension I'm having, I am grounding it by trying to somehow control it. Does that make sense?
Okay. And do you do that in the, you go to the bathroom to do that?
Yeah, that'll be before I go on stage, long before I go on stage. Anytime I start to feel that, I will do that.
Okay.
If I'm just waiting to go on stage, I will still use my toes in the ground, touching my toes, just to earth myself, make sure I'm still here. I'm still here. Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing, one of my coaches used to talk about this all the time, but it's not something that I do a lot now. One of my previous coaches talked about visualizing yourself.
Okay.
Before you go on stage. Visualizing yourself talking to the audience, so having a picture painted in your mind of what the stage looks like. What I do is I try to go to the premises before the event and walk the room and walk the hall. That way I feel in control, that I'm used to the environment. So when I get there, it's not brand new.
Yeah.
It's not strange. So whatever feelings I have for something being new to me will not be strange, will not be new. I'll feel comfortable in the area.
Okay, so the concept of the unknown can also unnerve us. Yes. So if it's slightly known to us, it will help us feel slightly more relaxed, but not so relaxed that we're asleep on that stage or we're putting people to sleep. Oh, hello, AC. AC said hello, Lillian. Hello, Alex. Oh, AC has shown I'm called Lillian. People that know me call me Lillian. Oh, don't tell anybody, AC, that I'll call my real name is Lillian. But thank you for joining us. So the nerves, we've done the nerves. Let's look at what is the best event, Alex, that you have attended that you had nothing to do with? You were not hosting, you were not speaking, you were not coaching anybody to speak. What was that event? And give an example as to why you thought so.
2006.
Picture this.
2006. Okay. A few years ago, but this left a mark in my head. 2006. Okay. Canary Wharf.
Okay.
4,000, I think it's about 5,000 people at Canary Wharf. And it's called Unleash the Fire Within.
Boo. Okay.
A Tony Robbins event. And
Okay.
that was the first one I'd been to. And my friends had spoke about before, saying, it's really, it's out there, Alex, everything about it. And it was an experience for me to hear, feel, and sense someone work the room, work the stage, work the ground for the whole time he was speaking.
Okay. And how many minutes or hours was it?
All day.
All day.
This was all day. This was all day it started about 9 o'clock, and apart from it finished 8 o'clock at night.
And did it have a comfort break?
It had lunch break, had a break, but he also worked the crowd. So he never does an event whereby you're sitting there and just listening to him.
Okay, that's boring, isn't it?
Yeah, he works the crowd. He works the event. He gets you involved. He gets the emotions involved. People are crying. People are making noise. People are screaming. People are getting breakthroughs. People are thinking, oh my God, this is the best event I've ever been to. That was a eye-opener, 2006.
Okay, so the best event for you is Canary Wharf 2006 Tony Robbins event. Well, I have never been to any of his events before, so maybe I've lost out, and maybe one day I will, maybe I won't. But thank you for sharing that. Now, my other question is, in terms of speaking, what brought you into this particular area where you're already a speaker, but coaching speakers as well? Why did you get into that area?
Well, imagine you are someone who's behind the desk all the time.
Okay.
Crunching numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're quiet, you're crunching numbers, but you feel that there's something more that you should be doing with your life. You feel that this isn't enough, right? This isn't enough. And you have friends that you speak to and they go, you should be speaking.
Yeah.
Now, when I was at school, and I spent my early years in the Caribbean, I always got involved in school plays.
Oh, I see. I can see that. Okay.
I always got involved in school plays. So as a bit of drama was always there, but I never really uncovered it. And so when I decided to jump into speaking and to coach people to speak, I had written my book called What Is Your Dream? Because I was working with a group of young boys.
Okay.
Do you remember Tony Blair?
Of course I remember Tony Blair.
Right. Yeah. Go back a few years, yeah, Tony Blair. Well, there was a time when Tony Blair asked the community to help with the growth of gangs, the growth of young black boys getting into trouble. Is there something we could do? So a group of guys and myself got together and we started working with young boys with a Boys to Men program. Every summer, we took about 40 or 50 boys to countryside, outdoors, activities, end of the week. There was fun. There was a graduation ceremony. And the one thing I realized was that you couldn't make these guys do anything you wanted to do, but if you asked them what their dreams were, suddenly they came alive. And they could tell you that they want to become a footballer, want to become, and you're thinking, but the school's writing you off. The school's about to write you off. How come you got all these dreams? Where are they hiding? And we get young boys at the end reduced to tears in the graduation ceremony, saying that no one's ever taken the time just to spend so much time with them and hearing what they had in their hearts and what they wanted to do.
That's amazing.
So that triggered the coaching, the helping side. And I had this Scottish guy at work to do some work for me. And one day I came into the office, and with all the stuff I did outside of work, I'd always go into the office and I'd talk about it and I'd comment. And one day he said to me, "What are you doing here? What on earth are you doing in this office? Go and do the things you talk about is what you should be doing. You do not belong in this office." He
Yeah,
said
I think
that to me.
yeah. There's a saying that, you know, the paycheck can actually stunt your dreams or your growth or whatever, because we're so wedded to that monthly paycheck. It means that we don't actually jump, you know, do other things that really God put us on this earth to do. So, but carry on. I interject.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just triggered from there. A friend of mine bought me a book by Coach Craig Valentine about public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I studied that book, and then I went on Craig Valentine's course and became a world-class speaking coach with Craig Valentine.
Craig Valentine, everyone, that's the man.
And to this very day, we're still connected in the group. And what I then did was, every time I had an opportunity to talk to someone, what do you think I did? What do you think I did? Every opportunity I had to talk to someone, what do you think I did?
You talked to them about coaching and speaking.
Hey, you should be speaking on stage. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And people say, "No, Alex, I can't speak on stage." Oh, you're crazy. Just listen to you. Hear that voice. Listen to that voice. Take the stage. Now, when I came across Beyonce, I wasn't always a very great fan of Beyonce. I liked her style. I liked what she did. But there was something that she did which
you didn't like Queen Bee?
Sorry?
You didn't like Queen Bee?
Well, there's some things, you know, I kind of like them, but there's something she did. And she talked about her Sasha Fierro. Okay. Yeah, she has this alter ego that she steps into.
Oh, yes.
And when she steps into the alter ego, she suddenly becomes this person on stage that sets the stage on fire. And I thought, that's what people are missing sometimes, because of who they see themselves as, they don't think they can possibly command the stage or take the stage in the way they ought to. But if you somehow shift their mindset about themselves and give them an alter ego to say, "Hey, you know, this is who you are. This is what you can do. This is what you can do on stage," and it releases the neurons in their brains to think, "Oh my God, I can do this. I can take the stage by storm."
Should I tell you who mine is?
Go on.
Mine is Halle Berry's younger sister.
All right.
Yeah, I'm younger, I'm prettier, I'm taller, I'm sexier than Halle Berry. And so today I'm channeling her. Yeah, but carry on. I've got hair too.
Hey. And so, yeah, so all part of that. So I realized that people this is why I said everyone has the ability to speak. Everyone can present. Everyone can present their idea. It's just that people have different styles. And it's the style that people get carried away with, thinking, "I can't do what Tony Robbins does." But you're not supposed to do what Tony Robbins does.
Yeah.
You have to do what you do. Now, in all my years, there was a famous preacher that preaches, and every time people in my church community come across me, they assume they make a connection with me. "Wow, you look like this American evangelist. Are you that guy?" And I said, "No, I'm Alex Gordon. I'd go somewhere to speak, and they go, "Wow, this looks like he could be." And especially when I was a bit younger, I had a very close features. But you are yourself. You've got to be yourself. You've got to find yourself. You've got to be the person you're meant to be.
Okay. You have to be yourself. You have to be yourself, everyone. Let me acknowledge a couple of people who've just joined us. Who joined us earlier, but we're too busy chatting away. So Alice, and Kushikwe, and who else? Marina. They're all calling from the motherland, Accra. Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing. Yes, my peoples. Hello. And they, London is my place as well, but Accra, I have it's here. So
Yeah,
welcome from Accra,
I like
everyone.
Accra
Thanks for
myself. I like
joining.
Accra.
You've been?
I've been on
Okay, where's
trips.
your favorite spot in Accra? Sorry, guys, we digress. Or food, Ghanaian food. Say Ghana jollof and everybody will be happy. I think we will. My Nigerian sisters will disown you if you say Ghana jollof. So let's just make sure that let's just keep the peace. I didn't know you'd been to Ghana. Maybe we can talk about that at another time. So you said be yourself, just do you. But imagine that doing me, and you mentioned something about the alter ego. I think what somebody once told me about being scared of sales, a lady called Emma. She said, we think sales is a horrible thing, but we're not selling ourselves, we're actually selling the product. So when we go on stage, is it like we're selling the message rather than us? Is that how you would want us to be ourselves, the message that we're bringing to the stage?
When you're on stage, I want you to communicate to the crowd as comfortably as you can. And so when you're communicating your message, if you're a quirky person, then allow your quirkiness to come out. Yeah. If you're a loud person, allow your loudness to come out. Whatever version of you that there exists, allow it to blossom. It may not happen the very first time you do it, but allow it to come out. Make a mistake on stage. Make a mistake. And so
it's that vulnerability, isn't it, that people actually buy into.
Yeah.
We can't be. Nobody's perfect. So being yourself, being vulnerable.
Let me tell you a story. Can I tell you a story?
Yes, sir.
There was a famous speaker. I won't call his name. I can remember it. He. I don't know what happened prior to approaching the stage to speak, but he had an accident. Approaching the stage to speak. Yeah. So they bought him some time. He went away, got himself some fresh clothes, cleaned himself up, came back, went back on stage, and turned to the crowd and said, "Crowd, I just shit myself."
Oh, this is a. Oh my God. Are we allowed to do that? Carry on, keep going.
Crowd had a standing ovation. He got a standing ovation. He did not excuse what happened. He just told what happened as it was. And the crowd connected with him immediately. His vulnerability, his honesty, the people just connected. And from the minute he was speaking, they were with him the whole time. And that's what you want to happen on stage. You want to feel welcome. You want to feel that the audience is listening to you. That the audience is hearing your every word.
Yeah.
So you have to find something, a way to connect with the audience.
Okay. I mean, for me, I tend to find one friendly face in the audience. And so we've done the getting on the stage and the nerves. And then whilst you're actually speaking, sometimes you might feel that you can sense as a speaker, especially as an experienced speaker, when the audience is not, you're not getting it. That thing is not there. How have you felt that before? When you think, no, I've lost them somewhere and I need to bring them back.
So think about it. People have different learning styles. Yeah? And from NLP, we have some people are visual, some people are auditory, and some people are kinesthetic. It's about their feeling. So you have to hover in and out of those three states to keep people and to attract people and to connect with people. Yeah. So if you are doing a presentation and you've got the slides up and people are somehow disconnected from what you're doing, pause the slides and do something else. Just change your orientation, change what you're doing. change direction.
Yeah.
Ask the audience to do something. Ask the audience to participate in something else.
Yeah.
I'm doing research right now. Can I see 5 hands? Can I see the people here who are here because they want to be here? Who did your grandma tell you to come here today? Do something different.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you do something different, suddenly you'll get their attention again.
Yeah.
But if you're in that monotone mode, then you'll probably lose them. I don't know if you ever see sometimes when politicians have events, and when they're at some big events, and you look in the front row, you see a lot of politicians on their mobile phones.
I'll keep an eye out for that. Yeah,
they're not listening, so that they're on their phones, or people are distracted doing something else. So at that point, you need to change what's happening. You need to grab their attention. So one of the things that you learn as a speaker is that there's 3 things you always do as a speaker. Number 1, attract the audience, grab their attention at all times.
Yeah.
All right. The second thing is you find a way to connect with them. There's the content, but you must connect with them and keep that connection. And it's going to be some stories, some authentic stories that you have to tell. Give them some stories. And the third thing is about engagement. How do I engage them? What do I engage them with? I could have a prop. I could have something. I could let them do something. I could use the very mobile phone that they're looking at. I could use that as a prop. But just find a way to keep their attention and to keep them engaged.
Yeah, keep them engaged.
That's the responsibility as a speaker.
Okay. Now we've talked about getting them, being yourself, getting the engagement and all of that. Is there any other tip that you can give in terms of making an impact?
Well, which is one of the things I've always thought about was as long as the stage is not too far away, I will always have a tendency to come off the main stage and go down to where the audience is, as long as the stage is not too far. Yeah. And so as long as the jump is not too much of a jump, yeah, I will come off the stage and go down in the audience, and the audience suddenly they connect with you faster. You're closer.
If you jump off the stage, what if you're in high heels? Which someone that come on.
Well,
work with me.
Walk off the stage. Walk off the stage. Find a way to walk off the stage. Yeah. Now, one of my coaches talks about stories, and I used to tell stories in a mechanical kind of way. I used to tell, and she said, no, don't tell your stories like that. I want you to find stories that are part of your life. Stories that happened this morning.
Yeah.
I came downstairs, I opened the fridge, and as I looked inside, someone drank the milk. Who drank the milk? There's no milk for my breakfast. I'm speaking today, and there's no milk in the fridge.
People can relate to that, yes.
People can relate to that. And what she always talks about is a roller coaster. Your speech is a roller coaster. It mustn't be just a single line. It's a roller coaster, up and down. And the stories help you to go up and down, weave up and down, keep their attention, lose their attention, grab them again. Because you want the audience to be with you. You want them to feel something. You want them to sense something.
Yeah. And I think, hi, Janine. Thanks for joining us. Janine is somebody that does stuff about presenting and doing lives, and so I'm sure she's taking notes and all of that as to the wonderful things that we're doing. And she's very supportive. So thanks for that. Thanks for joining us. Yes. So being, learning to be jumping into the audience, being with the audience, touching the people. But some audience members.
I didn't say touching the people. No, I didn't say that.
No, but getting close to the people. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Getting close to the
people.
Yes. getting close to the people, getting into their space and all of us. Some people might not, okay, touching people might not feel that this is, they might stand back, or if you address somebody directly, they might be shy. So how do you find out who you can speak to, who you can address? Because not everybody is an extrovert. Some people are just there for the free beer and they just want to go home afterwards.
Not everyone is an extrovert, but you will see how people's body language will be speaking to you when you're off the stage. You are watching the audience as well as them watching you, and you'll see their body language. Now, if I wanted to speak to someone who's an introvert, then I wouldn't approach them in a boisterous kind of out there way. Yeah, I'd find a way to just bring it down if I wanted to ask them a question. Yeah, to make sure I get their contribution as an introvert from the person that who they are. So you have to learn to read the crowd yourself, read people's body language, see how they're responding to you. Now, some people will be screaming, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And some people won't. Some people will be very quiet. Some people will be very silent. Yeah. Some people will be thinking, "Don't come close to me. Don't come next to me. Do not come close to me. Do not come next to me. I am not going to take that mic. I am not going to take that mic. You do not approach me. You do not approach me."
It could be that, they've been told to be there because their boss paid for it.
That's true.
And they have to be there. I know many people tend to have to do things. And so, like you're saying, don't be, not everybody wants you to go close to them. But
that's why I talk about, you work in the crowd, and you get to understand the audience you're with. You beforehand, your event planner has got to be key with the information they share with you about the audience.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a key.
They want the event to go well, because
they want the event to go well. They share key information about the audience, what the audience is like, what you can and can't do, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
don't be touching people.
Once you're there,
and
you kind of you raise and lower the temperature, you'll see how people are responding to you. You see what their response is like. Based on how they're responding to you, then you operate accordingly.
Okay, I'm glad you've mentioned about the event planning, because this is all about events anyway. The event planner is a key person, but they on the day will have to sort of almost step back a bit though, and let the event host or the moderator take but they have to work very, very closely, because they know all the speakers. They know the audience, they know the event host. So, but sometimes the event planner doesn't have the chemistry with the speakers. That falls on the host to get that sort of make the speakers feel comfortable before they get onto the stage. And that will be probably my job as an event host, to calm the nerves of the speakers, because I've been a speaker before and I talk about the nerves all the time. Make sure that the speaker is ready at the time that they're supposed to be ready. The speaker doesn't overrun. If they have 10, 15 minutes, you make sure that they understand that you have eye contact and all of that during their talk, to make sure that if they just go 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever, all of that isn't within the remit of the event host or the moderator or the MC to manage all of that. But the event planner holds the key. And if they don't want to share that information with the people around them, and I've seen that as well, they just hold everything and you have to go and ask them. They should just give the information out, and then you take what you need from it. That's what I think. What do you think, Alex?
Hey, well, before the event, the event planner is key, because that's where all the information is going to come from. The research, what to expect, what on the day. Then the host, you're in the hands of the host.
Yes.
So the host is gonna guide you, direct you about everything, about what's going on.
Yeah.
But one of the things I have done, and Craig Valentine talks about this a lot, and he tells a story which I always laugh about. Craig says he goes to the event way before his time to speak, and he's inside the event, and he makes an attempt, and I've done this, to shake hands with people, some key people, or just shake hands with people generally, talk to them. So by the time he goes on stage, people go, "Oh my God, he was just done. He was. Oh, I shook his hands." They'll recognize him. But there was one particular incident where he spoke about that he went to shake someone's hand, and the person was a speaker for that day as well, but didn't want to.
Oh.
And he didn't want to shake his hand. He didn't want to have anything to do with Craig Valentine. And so Craig didn't take it as an insult. He just said, "Okay, sorry, whatever." Went on when it was his turn to go on stage to speak, and he was called to speak. He went on stage and then looked down, looked at this guy. He was in the front row.
No.
He just looked him in the eye.
I see you.
He was ashamed. He was ashamed. He was ashamed because
Oh,
somehow he thought he was a nobody, you know?
But why are people like that?
People like that all the time.
Anyway, we've got a question for you. Can an extremely shy person like myself ever come out of the shyness to be able to speak in public? This is from Miss Kisei Candy.
Don't think about your coming out of your shyness. Think about the person you are and how you do things and how you'd like to come across.
Right.
So your shyness is a key to who you are. So don't think of it as something that I need to get rid of, because the way you speak because of how shy you are may just differentiate you from Alex Gordon.
Yes, because Alex is big, he's larger than life, lots of energy.
It may be the key differentiator that people want to hear, people want to listen to, and people warm to it. It warms the room.
Yeah,
You've just gotta find your part in presenting your topic. So find your topic, start presenting it, and don't worry about how it comes across. Just start with your friends first, then, yeah, if that's how you feel. Make a presentation, and then just start working your way to present, to talk to people. I remember I went to a networking event in the city. This was in Holborn. And I walked into this room, and this room was full of lawyers, barristers, top end of the legal profession. And I walked in, and I noticed they were all grouped together. So I'm thinking, which group do I go to? Huh? They were all grouped, and they were having little discussions in their group. So I walked to the very first group I saw and just shook hands with every person in that group, about 8 people in that group. I just had a, "Hi, how are you? My name's Alex. How are you? What's your name? Great. This is an amazing event." And did that once, then did it 2 or 3 times in the room. At the end, the lady came to me and said, "That was, how did you do that? You just walked up to us and just started the conversation and just shook our hands. You didn't know us from Adams. How did you do that?" I said, "Well,
and why not?
I needed to break the ice in the room."
Yes,
I needed to break the ice. So it's not about being shy. It's about, right, I'm in this room now. What must I do now to make connection with these people?
Yeah. I think sometimes we're too self-conscious that we let opportunities go by, and that is it. So right now we're talking about a networking event. The reason that we're there is to meet new people, but because we are overcome by shyness or whatever it is, we do not put ourselves forward to meet those new people. But I like the idea that you go around and you shake hands. I'm going to write that down. Go around and shake hands with people you don't know, and majority of people in a crowd, they will shake your hand. They're duty bound to, otherwise they'll just look like complete,
Well, don't worry. They might not ever see you again. So if you think you've done a bad job, you don't have to worry.
Yeah. Okay. So one more tip, and then we can wrap up. What can you share with me and the rest of the viewers, those watching later?
What's your why? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to go out there and talk and present your ideas? Why do you want to do that? When I first wrote my book, What Is Your Dream? And I was invited to speak on a Sunday at a church. And I went to speak. It was about 200 people in this room. And I went to speak. At the end of the presentation, these two ladies walked up to me and they said, "Sir, before you go, can you tell us, is it too late for us?" I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "Well, you're speaking about what is your dream. You're speaking about your dream. We're in our 70s. We have spent our life looking after our children. They've all grown up, all left home. Our partners have all died, and we're just left on our own. Is it too late for us now to find our dream?" And I said to them, number one, you've recognized the fact that you have something. You've recognized it, so it's not too late. Yes. So all you have to do now is take another action. You've spoken to me, take another action on Monday. What is it that you want to do? Sit down and mark out what you want to do. What is it you want to do? Is there a course you want to do? Is there something you want to do? Is there a book you want to read? What is it you want to do? Find your why. Find your why. Tip 3. Find your why. WHY in capitals. So now I think there was another question. Let me put it out there, which says, is it self-efficacy and not wanting to be seen, but work requires me to do presentations? That's the last question, and then we'll wrap up. Okay, so they're paying you to do presentations. You are being paid to do presentations, all right? There is no other option. You are being paid. So if you're being paid to do the presentation, then they'll probably pay for you to get the training, pay for you to develop your skills, pay for you to make sure that you are equipped to stand in front of the people that you need to speak to. Yeah, I was going to say that normally, if that's one of your weaknesses or the things that you need to improve on, then they will pay for you to get better at it or give you the tools. They give you a coach. Do you go on PowerPoint training, Canva training, whatever it is, so that you can shine in front of your boss. Your boss, if it's a good boss, the good boss will not allow you to fail on his or her watch. Well, if you're representing them, yes. Why would they not support you all the way? There's no way they want to see you fail, because it's part, it reflects them. Yeah, well, I mean, she's not another thing. At 70, she's not 70 yet. Shy me will let my dreams rip with energy and rip with energy, and aplomb will defo find my why and say, "Oh yes, thank you, we'll request the training." Oh, okay, this is actually request the training as brush up. I said I was a speaker at the interview. Bravo. So when you sold yourself. Now you got to do the work. Actually, listen, if you need someone to come and train you on presenting with confidence,
come and grab Alex and I, and we can come together to your organization and help you do that. We're doing a collab somewhere. So in helping people speak, helping people present, helping people to sell the ideas of the group, of the organization in a great way. But Alex can speak more to that next time we get together. So Miss Candy, definitely well done. Go and ask for the training and we can come and do it for you. A little plug there. Now, Alex, where can we find you to get more information about what you're doing? How can you help the audience if they need to grab you?
So what I've done is I'm about building community now. We're about building community. And in my community are all my free training, helping people develop. Once a week, I go into that community and I train. I put a lot of stuff in there. So if you go to masteryourmessage.co.uk/MMC.
Okay.
masteryourmessage.co.uk/MMC.
Mm-hmm.
You'll gain access to my Facebook community. And in there, there's free stuff, free training for you, just waiting for you to receive.
Okay, amen. Free training waiting for you to receive. So Miss Candy, there you go. Go and grab the free stuff first, and then you can brush up. And if you need anything else, then by all means. That's fantastic. So Alex, wow, we're almost at the end. Thank you so much.
Time already? Is it that time?
No, we're nearly up to the hour. We're going to do half an hour, but you know how when you and I meet, we talk forever. So, and I like that. And it's not that we're sharing information, sharing expertise. Hopefully, people have picked up a lot from it. And so, I thank you for your knowledge and for helping us realize that we are all great speakers if we put our minds to it. We are ourselves. We know our why, and we are even memorable for a reason. I mean, look at me today. I'm definitely
yes, definitely memorable. Yes,
definitely memorable. You know, maybe this might be my my gig outfit. Yeah. That'll be my gig outfit, and you know, my Tina Turner or whatever I'm doing. So thank you so much. And guys, go and look up the masteryourmessage.co.uk and see what you can get for free. Because even though it says free, I'd say actually I don't like the word free, Alex. You have to work with me on that. Complimentary. That's it. So it's all complimentary to the guest, and I'd love for you to come and do some more talks on events. There will be, I'm sure we'll find another angle because you're so experienced in what you do. You're passionate about it. And I'm sure this is not the last time you come on the event series.
Am I passionate?
Of course you're passionate. You're getting 70-year-olds to find their why. Of course you're passionate. So thank you so much. And for everybody who's tuned in now, everybody who's going to look at it again tomorrow, just thank you so much. And again, my name is Liliana Mensah. I'm the quirky event host and moderator, and I'm always here to answer all your burning questions. So look after yourself and may everything that you wish for be the least that you receive. Alex, thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's it.